Hi, everyone, and good evening. So, I am talking to you from the United Kingdom, Nottingham to be precise. Can you please let me know where you are listening to this conversation from? It is also a fantastic time to please tell your friends, firstborn friends, sons, and daughters, to be here. First daughter, first son, please send this to your friends right away. If they say that there's someone who is tired, I am tired, blending work and blending taking care of twins, a set of twins, and then still making food, doing all of those things. I almost wanted to cancel, but here we are today. Please let me know where you're listening to this conversation from. Firstborn sons, firstborn daughters. Please let me know where you are listening to this conversation from. Remember to tell your friends, just tag them. Let's have the conversation together. So I see United Kingdom, I see Canada, I see United States, my country, I see Nigeria. So where are you listening to this conversation from? Firstborn sons and daughters, good to see you again. So last bonds were asking me, this and that. I don't know if I have time to talk to last bonds, but here I am for firstborn sons and daughters. I see Gambia in the house. I see Nigeria, United States, United Kingdom, Canada. Where are you listening to this conversation from? Please spend the next 60 seconds and tag your friends, firstborn sons, firstborn daughters. Please tag them. Let's start with the conversation. So I see Cyprus. Good to see all of you. Thank you for rocking with me. I see Ireland. Thank you, all of you, for rocking with me. So, if you were at the first conversation for firstborn daughters, or you have listened to the video, can you please let me know if you have listened to the video? The last one I did last week, firstborn daughters. If you have listened to the video, can you please let me know? Or if you attended the session that I had for firstborn daughters last week, can you please talk to me? If you attended the session I had for firstborn daughters last week, please talk to me. So talk to me, friends, talk to me, all of you. Please tag your friends, tag everybody you know, every first son. Men, tag yourselves now. Somebody tackled me that, oh, why are you not doing anything for men? Why is it always women? I said, well, I am a woman, so it is easier to talk to women. So men, please talk to me now. Tag yourselves. Men, please tag yourselves. Tag all the firstborns that you know. Tag your friends, tag your brothers, tag everybody that you know that is a man. Nobody should stress me again. Oh, I am taking care of twins. I am taking care of twins, and it's a lot of work. All the parents, I greet you especially. Like, you will sing, you will dance, bedtime stories, you will pack poo, you will pack pee, you will make food, you will rock them to bed. Like, every part of me knows that something is going on. So, firstborn sons and daughters, have you tagged yourselves? Good. So, thank you to all of you who have responded that they attended last week for firstborn daughters. It is good to see some of you again. Let's start the conversation for firstborn sons and daughters. Before then, can I ask you a question? Last week I recommended that you should buy a book called Soul Stripper on Amazon. Have you bought it? Soul Stripper on Amazon. Let me tell you why you should buy Soul Stripper. For every time I talk about mental health, it doesn't stick. It's not really there for a good number of people. They just see it and walk past. They just see it and move on. But the truth about it is that when you have unhappiness stored in your soul, something is going to happen to you. After a while, your heart is going to give up, no matter what you're going to do. Thank you. Vivian says Soul Stripper is an amazing read. Yes. So Florence says that she's bought the hard copy. There's no more copy in Nigeria. All the copies in Nigeria are sold out. Please buy on Amazon. Soul Stripper is on Amazon. Just buy, whether it's on Kindle or hard copy. All the copies are sold out, in Nigeria. So I was talking about mental health and the reason why people jump over it. When you say mental health, it looks boring, like I beg, and come up with a lot of things. But let me tell you something. When you suppress pain, you hide it somewhere in your heart, and then you lose someone, your friend, your spouse, your partner, family, friends, parents, anybody, you lose someone, you lose something, you lose a job, you lose money, you lose relationships. You keep storing the pain somewhere in your heart, in your soul, and all these things are untreated. One day, it's like you are suppressing and putting content in a bottle. One day it is going to blow up. At the time when it blows up, it can blow up and become a disease. It can blow up and become cancerous cells. It can blow up one day and you are just going to slum and die. There are people that I have observed for a while, and sometimes I reach out to some of them. You have been storing pain in your heart. You have been storing pain in your soul. Words like, oh, get over it, move on, it's a long time, all of those kind of words. The truth about it is nobody can really move on. Nobody can just get over it. We humans are limited in capacity, and what that means is one day we are going to break down. So when I was recommending Soul Stripper, it is not because I'm the author. It is the fact that when people say rest in peace, it is not a greeting. Rest in peace is the final statement people are going to say to you. And I am saving you from hearing rest in peace. You will not even hear it. It would be on social media. It would be everywhere. Because a lot of us are carrying suppressed pain. It is causing headaches. It is causing migraines. It is causing body pains. It is causing chest pains. It is making you visit the doctor. You are trying so hard to be better and all of those things, but you are not treating your heart. People eat well, they go to the gym, they do all of those things, they have six packs and stuff, and then one day something little will happen to them health wise, and you just see that there's a ripple effect. In a month or two, they are no longer here. And then everybody will come online and say, oh, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. But the truth about it is that some of you listening to me today, you have jumped past before. I have said something about mental health repeatedly. You will hear it, you will jump past, you will hiss. Let me tell you something. There's a chapter dedicated to loss in my book. There's a chapter dedicated to unhappiness and happiness. There's a chapter dedicated to anger. When I tell you to buy something, it is not because I need the money or authors are making money. If you buy anything from Amazon, they take about 65% of the money. So whatever you are buying, to be honest, there's little or nothing going back to the author. We put it there for global reach. Go and check it. They will charge you for printing. They will charge you for delivery. Then they would have their profit. So no matter what you pay, 65% goes to the platform. So when we tell you to do something, it is because an average adult prefers to get into trouble before they try to get an answer. I said it last week. Please go and buy Soul Stripper. Why are you buying Soul Stripper? The world is getting harder. If you live in Nigeria, you will know that Nigeria has changed. You will know that something has fundamentally happened in Nigeria. I have met so many depressed people. People are falling down and they are dying. I remember telling somebody 2 months ago, I said to the person, I said, you are storing pain in your heart. And I have suggested to you, and I know you can afford it, please do therapy, please do therapy, please do therapy. The person said to me that, oh, not a problem, it is well and all of those things. Finally, the person slumped and that was the end. And it happens every time. And when I say every time, it's the same way medical doctors say to us, please don't smoke, please don't do this, please don't do that. The reason for that is one day you will see the report card. And by the time you see the report card, it will be your family members hearing rest in peace. The world is getting funnier and more toxic and all of those things. And you need to preserve yourself. So welcome on board all firstborn sons. Welcome on board all firstborn daughters. I am talking to sons today because men hooked me and said, you are not going to abandon us. You need to talk to us. Firstborn sons are being bothered and harassed, and the expectations are high and all of that. And I said, oh, okay, let me pray about it. When I have the leading, I'll have the conversation with you. I always pray about things. The reason why I always pray about things is because if God doesn't send me, I am not interested. It costs me so much time and energy to always show up here. I have 2 babies we just put to bed. If you hear them cry, it is fine for them to cry. I am in their house. So this is their house. I'm the guest. So they have a right to cry. Do you understand? I am the guest. This is not my apartment. It's not my house. I live in the United States. I'm in the United Kingdom. So if you hear 2 8-week-old babies crying, I am in their house, so they are not disturbing us. I'm the one disturbing them. So I just say I should put that as a foundation. So I have 2 babies that we're attending to. I have a business to run in Nigeria and in the US, and then I have clients everywhere, and all of us have 24 hours. And then things are happening to all of us, businesses. We may know 1 or 2 people who have passed on. We may have family members, mad things are going on. And all of us are still trying to be intact. Do you understand? So firstborn sons, firstborn daughters, please tag yourselves now, because I don't want anybody to come up and say, oh, yeah, it's when I get to have another one. I'm at the point where if you stress me, I will not even block you. I will block you and despise you. Do you understand? Like, the energy left in me is the energy for love. Like, I've gone through a lot this year, and I read Soul Stripper. It is my book, so I go back to read it. I go back to chapters on happiness, I go back to chapters on loss, on anger. I read Soul Stripper. Do you understand? That's the reason why I'm telling you. Like, I have gone through a lot. Some people reached out to me and said to me, oh, Edie, where are you in the United Kingdom? Let's send you snails. In fact, I almost cried when the person said that to me, because it's my love language. Some of you are very wicked. You just come on Instagram Live, read my posts, all those things. You will not even say, Edie, how can we pamper you? Some of you are very wicked. You can't even say, how can we pamper you? Even if it doesn't come from your heart, just even pretend. Do you understand? Edie, how can we pamper you? You just come here, say, hey, Edie, we love you. Love yourself and leave me out of your love. Some of you are very wicked. So yesterday, the person sent me a message. Yesterday morning, that Edie, was it yesterday morning or 2 days ago? 2 days ago, that she wanted to send me pepper snail. I almost cried. She said, I'm going to send you pepper snail and goat meat. Pepper snail is my love language. Another person also said that I should send my sister's account number, my older sister. So they sent my sister money. They didn't send me money. It's okay. They sent my sister money. I like when people love me, because a lot of people just, collect and keep saying, hi, Edie, please go. One person even sent me one message yesterday after I posted that my own senior pastor passed on. The person was still asking me for a favor. I just blocked in my head. I didn't block the person, because I just felt, how did you read this thing? And you first of all said, oh, I'm sorry for blah, 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 blah. And you still asked me for a favor. Some of you are terrorists. Thank you, Jerry. So now you can pamper me. I just want to love, really. There are so many ways you can pamper me, but those pampering ways, are ways that I pamper myself. And there's no budget for it, meaning I can spend anything on myself. Because this fluffy life, we will live it. So honestly, I'm very tired, but I came here to be a sacrifice for you this evening. So welcome on board, firstborn sons and daughters. So let's talk to the sons. And you're listening to this because your husband may be a son. You may also have sons, or plan to have sons. You may have brothers, you may have friends, so that all of us can learn. And I'm just going to teach you what I know. What I know is not the entire thing that is available in the world. So it is limited, but this is what I know. So for firstborn sons, there are things that I've observed. There are things that I've studied. There are things that I've listened to. I wasn't able to check any data today because I didn't have the time. I woke up to start doing nanny for my babies and, blending with work, blending with making food, all of those things. So I didn't have any leftover time to get into data and check the statistics. But I'll tell you from observation, I will tell you from what I have seen in my 20 years experience as a pastor and as a professional. So I would look at all the conversations I've had and what people have told me, during that time and what has happened through all of that. So for firstborn sons, there are things that I've observed, and like I said, it may not be 100% right, and this is me being truthful and just saying, because I'm human and we're all human, there's the capacity not for the totality of it. So let's have the conversation. One thing I've observed for firstborn sons in Nigeria is a good number of them were pampered and spoiled, and a good number of them have some level of entitlement. So before you bring out your sword, here is what I mean. When I say before you bring out your sword, I'm not scared of your sword, because you will just kill yourself. I don't really care. But before you bring out your sword to kill yourself, I want to explain what I said. So some people will say, oh no, Edie, we are not entitled, we are not spoiled, we are not pampered. we're the ones with the most responsibility, we are this, we are that, all of those things. Yes, I agree with you. So let's go through the journey together. So firstborn sons, I noticed and observed some sense of entitlement, some sense of being spoiled and pampered. And the reason for that is the culture in Nigeria makes it look like men were created to be worshipped, while women were created to worship men, the Nigerian culture. So with that culture, I noticed that an average firstborn is unquestionable. An average firstborn is unquestionable, meaning when they were raising them with the first daughter, so let's say first sons and then first daughters, the sons may be older or maybe younger than the daughters or something, but number 1 and 2. So when they were raising them with daughters, there's the tendency that the daughters were held accountable more than the sons, and the daughters were raised to be responsible more than the sons. So I've studied firstborn sons through my pastoral and professional engagement, and I've seen that a good number of firstborn sons are entitled, they are pampered, they are spoiled, they are unquestionable, and they feel like they are superior. So some of them feel like ladies were created to serve them, and some of them feel like ladies are below or beneath them. So there's this superiority that comes upon them, and they just feel like, you know what, I am the don here, I am the chief. And even when they were raising them, they raised them to feel like kings and to feel like they are the beginning and the end of anything, you know, that their words are supposed to like be, they're supposed to be worshipped, and their word is yes and amen. With that mindset where you are unquestionable, you are entitled, you are spoiled, you are pampered, something will go fundamentally wrong. The reason for that is you are 1 out of 8 billion people. And I know that we all say that we're special and we're beautiful and all that, but I'm just here to say to you that other people are special. So when you look at it across board, you must humble yourself. So if you're a firstborn son and you think the world revolves around you, you are going to shoot yourself in the foot. If you carry yourself like the best thing after the Messiah, you are going to shoot yourself in the foot. And another thing that I've noticed is an average firstborn son is broke. And when I say broke, they are not financially stable. That's why there's a level of pressure on the other children, especially lastborns. I've observed that a good number of lastborns are very responsible. Some are not. That's why I keep saying a good number. So my observation is firstborns, some of them are entitled, pampered, spoiled, and they just feel like the world revolves around them. And the other children, especially the lastborns, are the ones that are trying to ensure that the scale is balanced. Firstborn sons feel like they are the next of kin to their parents or whoever gave custodian or whoever gave birth to them. So they don't really pull their weight. Some of them, not all. So this some that I'm talking about don't really pull their weight, because for them, their parents or custodians have labored and they feel entitled. The key word there for some firstborn sons is entitlement. I know you will not like it, but I genuinely do not care. And the reason why I do not care is we are releasing emotional terrorists into the world. What that means is we are releasing entitled men into the world. Men who are good, who have the capacity to be kind, who have the capacity to be nurturing and supportive and stuff like that. But because they have raised them to be unquestionable, they feel anywhere they show up, they should be worshipped. So at work, they cannot or struggle to submit to their leaders, especially if it is a lady. A good number of them are actually misogynistic, meaning there's something within them that just feels a woman is below them, behind them, or they cannot submit to a woman. And then you can now blend it with some level of tradition and tribe. Once you spice it up with tradition and tribe, based on all of what I've said, you just see the misogyny and the patriarchy showing up. And for the ones that are balanced, which will be firstborn sons, they've also turned them into the banks. People have turned them into ATMs. So they ask them to do a lot of things, place financial demands on them. People want to get married. It is their money they are using to get married. Somebody is getting married and they are expecting you to sponsor it. and somewhere along the line you are sponsoring it. And even if you want to sponsor something, you should have a budget you are working with, not that you are sponsoring a festival. You are the one getting married. I am the one that is experiencing virtue leaving his or her account. Like, what's really going on? Is this a threesome? If you want to get married, you should be responsible enough to understand your financial capacity and to plan your experience around your financial capacity. You cannot plan an event around my pocket. That's the work of the Most High. Build the Most High. You cannot plan your event or your honeymoon around my own pocket. It ain't gonna happen. So for firstborn sons that I've observed, I've seen that, and the other wing are the ones who are very responsible, and their family members, friends, and everybody around them is always or are always reaching out to them for one thing or the other and stuff like that. And then the firstborn daughters. I spoke to firstborn daughters last week, and I said to them that they should buy Soul Stripper. Men also buy Soul Stripper. It is on Amazon, Soul and Stripper. And the reason for that is we need to talk about self-preservation. So self-preservation, 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 self-preservation. And what I'm going to focus on self-preservation today is how to say no. How to say no. One of the reasons why we do not say no is because we want people to like us. What is it within you that is feasting on being liked by strangers, by your family members, by your friends, by whatever, and you are sacrificing yourself daily? Like, you are considering people and not considering yourself. What is it within you that is always refusing to say no? Talk to me. Please tell me in the chat room. Men and women, firstborn sons and daughters, we are talking about how to say no today without batting an eyelid. And I'm not teaching you anything strange. It is self-preservation. People say no to you. It's not all our prayers God answers. In fact, when God does not answer the prayer, it is an answered prayer. What looks like denial is an answered prayer. I will say that again. When God does not answer your prayer, it is not because it's not answering your prayer. It is the fact that that unanswered prayer is an answered prayer. God's silence is a voice. So, why are you not saying no when you know that it will affect your life? Oluomo of Debbie. Oluomo of Debbie is my latest sweetheart. I should tell you people. And I know that anytime you people hear sweetheart, everything is relationship in your mind. You are on your own. So I will be at Birmingham on Saturday. If you live in the United Kingdom, if you haven't bought your tickets, don't go. Oluomo will set police after you. And you know that you must not encounter police if you are an immigrant. You know the meaning. Good. So, only people with tickets will see me in Birmingham. And as of today, we have sold 350 hot tickets. We are having a party. Nigerians in the United Kingdom, we are going to rock and strip off the shame. It's from 2 p.m. till dawn. On Saturday, Birmingham is going to go down. If you are going to come there, come with your offering. Do you understand? Come and be greeting me like one caricature. Come with your offering. Because I'm going to be... I've become something else. Okay, so why are you not saying no? Somebody said guilt tripping that comes from saying no. You people are very good people. You say guilt tripping. I don't experience any damn guilt. I will explain how to say no without any form of guilt tripping very soon. Just wait. Somebody said fear of letting others down. But you will let yourself down now. Another person said, let me see, fear of being considered inconsiderate. People are very romantic. It can never be me. Another person said, the guilt tripping is high. It can never be me. I'm reading the comments. So please talk to me. Why don't you say no, firstborn sons and daughters? Because they're almost killing you people. Everybody that answers you, you will answer. And you are not the person that says, call upon me and I will show you great and mighty things. You didn't say so. Why are you responding to everybody who calls you? What's really going on? If you come to my DM on Instagram to send me a message, there's a welcome message there. If it is not a business conversation, I will not respond. I'm telling you, you know the reason why? Do you know how many messages I receive daily? My Twitter DM is blocked, meaning it's not even open. Facebook, I'm hardly there. Thank God Threads, nothing is threading there. It is only Instagram. And everything you want to say, go and tell God. I'm telling you, that's the reason why I cannot be stressed. And if you think I'm inconsiderate or whatever, you can't. If you think so, you have a right to think so. It is fine. People hate God. How much more me? There's really nothing I can do that I will please everybody. Do you understand? Even if I give you my soul, there will still be one person that will hate me for giving out my soul. So what exactly is really going on? We need to discuss it. Why don't you say no? Somebody said, I have learned the fine art of saying no. Oh, I'm happy for you. Somebody said, I just can't say no. I have tried. Another person said, we have to say no to have our peace. Fear of being seen as a failure. I don't mind. I don't mind failing. Let me tell you something. Even me, I will tell you. When people say, I say, I agree. In fact, sometimes when people yab me, my response is, I agree. Meaning, if you think it's going to pain me, hell no, I agree. Now that I've agreed with the insult, what's next? Nothing. Somebody said, because I feel they don't have any other person. Oh, no, they do. If you die today, somebody else will help them. They do. You are the one who thinks you are the high and mighty. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. People have options, including God. Let me see. Why are you not saying no? Oh, you told somebody no and they started using the Bible to guilt trip you. One day, somebody came to my DM and said he wanted my service. And I sent him a booking link where he needed to pay to talk to me. And then he said, why am I charging for the gift God gave me? And my response was, since you know who gave me the gift, please go and collect your own. He couldn't answer. And it's the truth. Did you pay my school fees? Do you know how much I paid as school fees in UK for my MSc? £9,000. You know the meaning of £9,000. And other education, no, that's not the end. You are now telling me for something God gave me. I agree God gave me. Since you know who gave me, go and collect your own. You are the one who wants to be liked. I'm coming. Say we're using Bible. Fear of being called stingy. Oh, that's not a problem. God is a healer. But are you aware he doesn't heal everyone? I'm telling you, I think I've called to you before, that God is a healer, but he doesn't heal everyone. Isn't that what some people will call that? God is spiritually stingy. Or it has never occurred to you before. God is a provider. Not everybody has enough. One day, somebody wanted to guilt trip me by saying, you call yourself the emotions doctor. You are not even something about love. And I say, even God created hell. Do you know the reason why God created? God that embodies love. God that is love created hell. You know the meaning of that? I'm coming. So why don't you say no? I'm reading the comments. Okay, so I've seen some good comments. Some people said for them to be liked, so that they will not be guilt tripped, so that they will not be called stingy, and all of those things. If you listen to all that I read, it is tied to what people will say. What people will say, meaning so that they will not call me stingy, so that I will not be guilt tripped, so that I. You will see that it is based on what they think people will say. Let me tell you the way into self-preservation. Self-preservation starts from self-love. And before you flip on me and say, oh, I've heard self-love before, I really like myself. No, you really don't. And here's the reason why. As long as you keep prioritizing what people will say, you will always be an emotional dustbin. As long as you prioritize not being guilt-tripped and all those English words, you will always be a dumping ground. Whatever you do, whether you sleep or you wake up, people will talk. The one who created the world is hated by more than half of the people in the world. What do you think is the genesis of all the madness we're experiencing in the world? All the madness that people call being woke. What do you think is the genesis? Rebellion. They are rebelling against the will of God. Some people are listening to me today. You are a Christian. Your Bible says that fornication is a sin. Yet you will be saying just the tip. You are ejaculating. You are still having orgasm. Meaning you like God, but you are rebelling against him. The world is designed to be rebellious. And that's why there's hell. And so many other things. Second chance form, all those beautiful things. Finally, if you refuse to accept the Lord Jesus, as your Lord and personal Savior, you will go to hell. That's what the Bible says. So, as long as you are prioritizing what people are saying and what people are not saying, you will never get into self-preservation. You must get to the point where when you say something, it is because you have weighed the consequence of that. Meaning, if somebody says, so I'll give you an example. Because I used to function as a pastor. I am still a pastor, but when I used to function as a pastor, when I was in Nigeria, I was in a church and I was active as a pastor. So yes, I am ordained and I'm still ordained. You don't deordain people, but I'm not active in a church in the United States. So when I was in Nigeria, a lot of people will reach out to me and they will say to me, oh, that they wanted to speak with me. And then I will say, very well, please reach my office and pay. And then they will say, oh, but you are my pastor. And I'm like, therapy is not part of pastorate. Coaching is not part of pastorate. None of the church members pay my bills. You don't pay my mortgage. You don't pay my staff. You don't pay my running cost. You don't drop offering and tithe, in my pocket. So if you are not giving me money, what exactly do you think is going on? And then they will be like, but you are my pastor. And I'm like, I'm not your pastor. You have a senior pastor. You have assistant senior pastor or whatever the titles are. And you have like 40 people. In fact, there are about 15 pastors who are in church. They are church staff. They resume their 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Go and meet them. People who are on the payroll are the people who are supposed to be, offering you that. But if you are going to come and meet me to say, come and pay, what's it called? Come and do this thing for me for free. It will not happen. It will not. When you are saying no to a partner, when you have a partner, it gives them access to a good part of you, all of you. And when you're saying no to a partner, it must be clear that if I do not say no to you, that means I am saying no to myself. For every time you force yourself to please someone, you will be hurting yourself. You are not saying no because you don't want disturbance or you hate them. You are saying no because, so I'll give you another example. Somebody reached out to me. So I have an account that I call seed account. From my seed account, I give people money. And when I say give people money, I don't dash people money. If I have to do anything, then we'll investigate and all of that. But the Holy Spirit leads me to give people money. So once the money in my seed account is exhausted, I no longer give money out. So if you come and meet me after that, I will not take money from my holiday account. No, I will not. The money in my seed account is somebody's annual income. Yeah. The money in my seed account is somebody's annual income. So if that money, the entire money finishes, the money has finished. The next time I will give is the next time I fill up that seed account. So I will not take money from my holiday account or from my pepper snail account or from my self-preservation account. Because in the first place, the money I'm giving out is not small. So if that money is exhausted, the next thing God will do is to provide more for me. When there is more, I can give more. But I will not give you when it's not there. So I don't give money from all my money. I give money from my seed account. And my seed account in dollars is a reasonable amount of 5 digits. A reasonable amount of 5 digits. Seriously. And it's somebody's annual income. So I cannot pretend that the money I am giving out is not a lot already. That I will now deny myself that, oh, I would not, take this or eat this because of this. I will most likely not do that. If I ever have to do that, then that person must be somebody who I call a friend or a family member, except the Holy Spirit also instructs me. That is me having clear-cut boundaries. I cannot have an annual income in my seed account and I'm pretending that I am not kind enough or I haven't tried. No. I cannot give everybody who reaches out to me for help. I cannot help all of them. I cannot. So when it comes to your spouse, all of us know that partners have a space in your life. But there are some partners also who are not considerate. Because I've experienced that repeatedly, professionally, where people are talking, and it is their partners that are ruining them. Let me tell you something. A woman cannot build a house. A man is passionate to destroy. A woman cannot build a house. A man is committed to destroy. So all of this, except a man builds it. No, it's not even that one. Something about a wise woman builds a house. When a wise woman is building a house, what the Bible did not say, but that you are supposed to know, is a woman cannot build what a man wants to destroy. The head of the house cannot be destroying, and you are expecting the neck or whatever they call women to still continue to build. So whether you like it or not, all this, I want to be liked, I don't want to be guilt-tripped, I don't want people to think I'm stingy. No matter what you do, people and some people will not like you. Yes, some people do not like the Holy Spirit. Some people do not like Jesus. They will even use the F words on both of them. Some people do not like God. And this is God who is love. And some people will say to you, I don't like him, I don't send him, I want to go to hell. They will tell you that. No matter what you do, you will not be liked by 8 billion people. And it reeks of insecurity when you are looking for people to like you up and about. Why is a stranger's like or love important to you? And then when it comes to siblings, you are a sibling, not a parent. Meaning there's a level where you know that you need to preserve yourself. Siblings are not your children. I personally, thankfully, I'm the last born. I do not have the capacity to take care of people who are older than me. What that means is, the capacity that I have is the capacity of kindness, respect, honor, and everything else I do to every other human being. But when it looks like an older person keeps drawing blood from me, we are going to discuss the blood transfusion. I'm not the one that gave birth to you. And in all honesty, you cannot be a man of the house. And the one that you say is not the head of the house is the one building the house. You cannot be contradicting yourself. If you want to be the man of the house, you have to have the capacity of the man of the house. So personally, I can offer what I'm supposed to offer human beings. Kindness, honor, respect, love. I show up when I can't show up. I push. I support. I try. But there's a difference between I am supporting you and you are destroying me. Sometimes what you call support is not support. What you call support is tied to your desire to be validated. You want people to see you as a good person. You want people to see you as the rock of Gilbatra or whatever they call it. You want people to shall like you. So you hurt and harm yourself while you are giving blood. No. I can give you blood, but I will not give you all my blood. Do you understand? I can donate blood. Yes. But I will not tell them to empty my blood tank. So let us separate it. I am nobody's parent when it comes to siblings. You understand? And then when we are discussing saying no to friends, it is you that you are thinking that everybody around you is your friend. Normally, in this world, you don't have more than 5 friends. Every other person is a fan. Somebody said, donate, not drain. Thank you. I can donate blood. I will not drain my blood. Let's understand it, because all of this rubbish behavior we are doing, where we want everybody to like us, is the reason why we are experiencing depression and unhappiness. The small money you have, you will give everybody. You say because you cannot say no. Even God did not turn all of us into billionaires. Are we all billionaires? Are we all millionaires? Why? Because trust needs to be earned. People just have, you are just moving, very funny. In all your friends, some of us will say we have 20 friends. You don't have 20 friends. You have about 5 friends, and the others are fans. A friend is somebody who enjoys the news of your success. When you testify and their face does not change, when you testify and you do not perceive, feel, or taste, or hear envy and jealousy, those are your friends. In fact, the Bible says that a friend is sticks closer than a brother. Do you understand? Yes. So all these titles we use anyhow, where friends are using each other for rituals, they are not friends. So what that friends are snatching husbands, those ones are not friends. Or all those wicked things that some people are doing, those ones are not friends. You just know that those ones were enemies in a relationship. Those ones are carnivores. They've been waiting to eat and swallow each other. One thing you will learn tonight is the capacity to say no without feeling guilty. And it is not about being wicked, because whether you like it or not, even if you give somebody your brain, somebody else will still say she must be very foolish for giving her brain. What is even in the brain? I'm telling you, there's nothing you can do for human beings that will be enough. There are good people everywhere in the world, but there are also some people that we just need to use as tithe and offering. We should give them to the Lord. That Lord, we hand over these people to you. Use them for anything you want to use them for. You understand? So all of this, I don't want to say no. I say no with my chest, because I know that the no came from a place of truth and honesty. Sometimes people will reach out to me and say, oh, Edie, I need your help. And I just say to them, I'm sorry, I cannot help. And it is what it is. And I'm not going to say, I'm sorry, I cannot help because. No, there's no because. There's no because. I am sorry, I cannot help is a full statement, because you don't even know what state I'm in. You don't know what is going on with me at that time. You are just assuming that I am well and I don't want to help. No. No. I am a professional. I deal with deep things you cannot type on social media. Issues of life happen per time. Do you know what it is to lose a senior pastor? Somebody that I have known for 20 years and I have a relationship with. And then there's a church, there are children. Like, you will first of all go through all the stages of grief. And you will finally stay at denial. And then it is at that time that you are now led to come and ask me for a favor. Are you not an assassin like this? And you are aware. You are an emotional assassin. Like, if I even say that I want to do something for you, you should say no. Edie, go and sleep. You should say no. But you are assuming that, oh, whatever happened should not affect me, as if it's a side mirror that broke or it's a dog that died. People actually lose their dogs and they take holidays abroad. Not to talk of human beings. And I've said it repeatedly on social media that I am not your role model or mentor. I am a human being who feels all our emotions. So if I tell you no, it comes from a place of truth, honor, and respect. And I'm not going to explain myself. No is no. So there's no guilt trip by saying, and you're the emotions doctor. You can call yourself emotions doctor also if you like the name. Go and use it. If you like the name pastor, go and use it. Nobody will hold you down. So if you think that you want to guilt trip me, it's not going to work. Any name I call myself, go and call yourself. I've trademarked it. If my lawyer sees you, you will meet in court. Do you understand? So you cannot be saying you call yourself a pastor. If you like the title, go and use it. Like, I have delivered myself from all these insults. Say, I'm disappointed in you. You are right. I agree. And then they will not be humbled. Or do you want me to say that I don't agree with what you say? I agree. It's okay to be disappointed. All of us are, even me, sometimes I'm disappointed with God or at God. God doesn't make me happy all the time. I don't pray all the time. I don't read my Bible all the time. I don't feel like obeying him all the time. Do you understand? So why am I going to pretend? Like, even me, sometimes I keep malice with God. The Most High. I keep malice with him sometimes. Once you not talk of human beings, they will not say you don't like me. It's okay. Do you understand? Like, we put so much importance. We put so much importance on what other people are feeling that we despise ourselves. If there's nothing that you know about me, I have self-love. That is the reason why I don't understand the statement, she doesn't take rubbish. Because at the back of my mind, why are you serving rubbish? What's really going on? I am just in my house drinking wine and pepper snail and facing my business. And somewhere along the line, you dance to my corner. And you now want to manipulate or gaslight me. Do I look or sound like a foolish person? Like, come, if you want to talk to me, come correct. If you don't want to come correct, be going. I'll give you another example. Somebody wanted to host me for an event. And then the person reached out to me and said he wanted us to do this event together. So I said, oh, cool. And I'm like, how much are you charging for the event? And he said, oh, free. I said, I'm not interested. And the person said, what does that mean? I said, I don't do free events. I said, oh, what does that mean? I said, you cannot gather people on Zoom and expect them to come and talk to them for free. Why? Why are we talking to them for free? I said, if I want to do anything for free, I'll do it on Instagram Live. I have 376 videos on YouTube. That's a huge sacrifice. A huge sacrifice. Do you know what it is to have 376 videos? A huge sacrifice. I will show up, talk for 1 hour, I will upload it. Sometimes I called videographers to come and record me. It cost me money and time. But I will still do that. I recorded 4 affirmations for free. People are downloading free of charge. My email list, I speak to people free. I write wisdom, I send it to them for free. Instagram Live, I show up here for free. They don't give me offering. I don't give them false prophecy. I don't, what's the word? I don't manipulate them to get money out. Do you understand? You now want to use my expertise and time on Zoom for free. I said, God forbid. I'm not those kind of people. I said, remove, don't put my name on before my lawyer will see you. Don't put my name. I said, if you don't have money, don't let us be talking when it comes to all these things. Yeah. And he started laughing. I said, what is free about you? I said, every 30 days, I pay rent or mortgage, do all of those things. I pay bills. Nobody works with me for free. They don't work with me because they like me. There's none of my staff that says, ED, because I like you, don't pay. None. And I'm not saying they are wicked. As I ever occurred to you before, there's no staff of mine in Nigeria and the US that works for me for free. They will never, and they have never said, I've been running an office since 2009. Nobody has ever told me, because I like you, let me work for free. But some people will not be, they now want me to pretend that because I want to be liked, I should serve them for free. No. Every 30 days, My account is on auto pay. Virtue leaves my account every month. Thousands of dollars. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I don't feel bad because it is their reward. That's what we signed. That's what we agreed. And I'm paying them. I'm fulfilling my part of the contract. So why am I now going to pretend that collecting money from you is paying me? My staff is not paid when they get paid. Why will I be paid when I get paid? Do you understand? No. So this feeling of I can't say no because I want to be liked is tied to your esteem. That's the news. It is tied to your esteem. There's that part of your esteem that you need to increase. And Soul Stripper will help you. Soul Stripper is on Amazon. There's that part of your esteem that you need to increase and you need to start working on. To say to yourself, I will be kind, I would honor people, I will respect them, but not to my detriment or not at my detriment. I will not. For example, if I was eating and someone comes to me to say they're very hungry, I can give you a part of my food. I can share my food. If you're younger than me, I can actually hand over my food to you and sort myself out. If you're older, I can give you my entire plate, really, if there's a reason to. But I will never. But I will never pretend that I do not matter. When you have the mindset that you matter, you will stop giving people your blood and allowing people drain you. You can't wake up every morning and what is at the back of your mind is, how can I be drained today? Every phone call is what you attend to. No. Why are you picking up every call? And I'm not suggesting ignoring or snubbing people. No, I am just saying sometimes these calls come in when you are with people you love, when you are with your partner, with your children, with your friends. And people will just want to reach out to you for reaching out to you sake. When my pastor passed 2 days ago, a number of people called me. A lot of people, really. I think I saw about 20-25 missed calls in about 2 hours that it was announced online. But I did not speak any. You know the reason why? Because the first thing I experienced was anger, unhappiness, denial. I was just staring in space. So the last thing I wanted to pretend to be interested in was a conversation or for somebody to, I was just like, you know what? I need to first of all breathe. Yes, I appreciated all of them later on, and I said to them, oh, I saw that you were reaching out because of this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But, I couldn't. And it's understandable because I can't pretend that I want to be picking every call. No, I can't pretend that I want to respond to every message or all the messages I receive. Somebody told me one day and said, oh, I follow you on Instagram, but you have not followed me back. And I've never heard that before. I was first of all in shock. And I was like, number one, I don't even know you. I know about you. I don't know you. Number two is I'm not even aware whether you're following me or not. Number three, how are you expecting me to follow you back? Like, I don't even spend so much time online. I drop something and I leave. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, I was very confused. I'm like, I don't know your handle. Like, I'm not even sure if you follow me or not. Like, we've never engaged. But I found that very amusing. Because before she said that to me, apparently she had told one or two other people that she follows me online, but I don't follow her back. Maybe she should just go and unfollow me. All those childhood characters that look like all these primary school or secondary school, whatever, bad girl vibes or mean girl vibes or whatever they call it. I was very shocked, and I just simply said, to be very honest, I don't even understand what you are saying. Because one thing that I say clearly is nobody's in a covenant with anybody. I don't even know you. I don't even know you. How did you assume that I knew you were following me and I intentionally did not follow you back or something funny like that? I don't know who follows me. I don't know who doesn't follow me. I just drop what I want to drop and I go. But it was very amusing for me that an adult can turn that into an agenda that she started spreading stories. And I just felt This world is going through a lot. Like, a lot. So now imagine if I quickly pressed follow because I wanted somebody to like me. Presently, I have 103,000 followers. Do I want to follow everybody? No. I follow people who don't even know that I breathe. I follow Serena Williams, I follow Viola Davis, I follow Michael Phelps, I follow Ronaldo and Messi. I follow good people that I like, Kevin Hart and some solid people. They don't even know that I exist or I'm breathing. You know, and then here you are trying to play African magic, you know, Iyagbokon and Patience Ozokwo fighting mother-in-law-ish kind of thing. And then you tied it to, oh, his pride and arrogance. And I'm like, I don't know what you're even talking about. And then maybe let's make this life easier. Just unfollow me. Just unfollow me. Like, it's not this deep. It is not. I'm not available here for clout or whatever. No, it's not this deep. Just unfollow me, my darling. Just unfollow me. The peace of the Lord be with you. And those are the statements you must be able to understand. You know, just crazy things here and there. Let me give you another example. Somebody said something to me that, he was talking to someone and the person said, oh, I don't even like ED. And then when the person told me, I was laughing. I was like, now that you have told me, what do you want me to do about it? But he said, won't I respond? I said, no response. I said, but before I even leave you, I said, did the person tell you why the person doesn't like me anymore? The person said, no. I said, let me tell you why. Last month, the person reached out to me. I gave this person 6 digits as what the person wanted. I gave the person 6 digits. I said 2 weeks after, he reached out to me for another favor. 2 weeks after, in fact, let me tell you, first time I gave him 300,000. 2 weeks after, I gave him 100K. I said the next time he reached out, and I said I did not have money. I said 48 hours after, he said he didn't like me. I said, you see human beings. I said, you see the reason why I'm just in my world. Because I know, no matter the good you do, the day you refuse to check the box, you will hear things. I said, I've been around for so long. I've been around for a while. And I said, I'm not even disappointed or unhappy or whatever. If the person reaches out and I can still help, I'll gladly do. I'm not petty. I don't have time for all those things, you know, but I know human beings that well. I know human beings. I've been there for people where I paid 7 digits, crazy stuff for them. And then the day you say, oh, I'm sorry, I do not, you know, want to put this, you know, in my budget or something like that. Like, you just simply say, I'm sorry, I'm not doing. So for me, I don't use words like, I'm sorry, I don't have, or I can't help. I don't say so. I just simply say, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot accommodate this. And that's it. It is the day you say no that they come up with agendas. And that's the reason why I'm saying to you, no matter the friend, the family member, the parent, I've seen children before who honored their parents deeply. They don't have a good relationship with their parents, but every month they will send money to them. Every month. Sometimes these parents will not even say thank you. They will not even appreciate it. They're just entitled and whatever. The day the person says, I'm no longer giving you, you will hear words like, oh, but your Bible says, honor your father and mother. These people weaponize scriptures. Some of them are not even Christians. Some worship other gods. Some don't even know God at all. The day you say no, you would hear all the stories. Firstborn sons and daughters, something must be very clear, which is you must understand and know that no is a complete word, statement, and sentence. Somebody has asked me for something before, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't put this, you know, in my budget. And the person said, oh, but God said you should do it for me. And I started laughing because I just felt, what's really going on? The God that sent you here, you think God is foolish that I don't have a will, or he commands his children? God doesn't command his children. He simply tells you what you should do and gives you a will, which is whether you want to obey it or not. Yeah, somebody has told me before that God said I should give him the money he's asking for. I said, the God that sent you to me, tell him to give you the money directly. Since God said I should give you, help me tell God that I'm not interested in being a middleman. He should give you that money directly. Of course, that kind of person will not like me. Like, how can you come and meet a grown-up, somebody like me, that God said I should give you money? Is it that you think that I'm scared of God? No, I'm not scared of God. I respect him. I revere him. I'm not scared of him. God is my father. I am not scared of my father. He's not a terrorist. I said, help me tell God that I'm not interested in being a middleman. He should give you the money directly. I'm sure anywhere that person has gone now, they have evangelized that I'm evil. But those are the kind of things you will encounter. People will do everything to manipulate and gaslight. They will even, do you know how many times people tell me, and you say you are the emotions doctor? And I just say to them, I see you like the title. Please call yourself that name too. Because in case you think that this gaslighting is working, it ain't working anything. I can call myself anything I want. It is me that is calling myself. It's not all of us I'm calling emotions doctors. No, it's me. And I know why it's paining you. If I said yes, you will not say and you call yourself the emotions doctor. It's because of this no. But the no is from a place of love and honor. I cannot kill myself for you to live. When I'm in a relationship, I never ask for anybody to die for me. I'm not interested. Nobody should die for me. The only thing I want is live for me. Live, don't die. Live for me. I don't need your death. I'm not a ritualist. Don't die for me. Live for me. Yes, don't die for. I don't need it. I don't want your blood for anything. Don't die for me. Live for me. Live. Let me be your priority because I will carry you on my head. When I love you, I will carry you on my head in prayers, in everything that I can. Do you understand? So no is a complete sentence and a statement for firstborn sons and daughters, for your friends, for your enemies, acquaintances, spiritual leaders, for your colleagues, for anybody around you, even for your parents. And when you say the no, it is with utmost respect and honor. I am sorry, I will not be able to, receive this brief, or I will not be able to participate in this. I will not be able to support this. I will not be able to help with this. Without truthfulness and kindness, the fact that I have money does not mean I want to share it with everyone. No. No means no, and it is no without guilt. It is no without any form of pain. When you feel guilty, it is because a part of you feels, oh, let me push myself to do it. You cannot always be pushing yourself for everybody. You already push yourself for your children. You push yourself for your spouse. Why are you pushing yourself for your friends? Why are you pushing yourself for acquaintances the same way you're pushing yourself for friends? When you are talking about friendship, friendship is sacrifice. When I call you my friend, at no point will you second guess my loyalty, my dependability, my love for you. All my friends know that I am in their corner as an anchor. My siblings know, but the fact that I'm in your corner as your anchor does not mean I will allow you drain me. There is a boundary. And we all know. We all know. So I am there for you and all of that. But the reason why I am there for you is because I have learned to be there for myself. I will never be the sacrifice. I'm already sacrificing for children and a spouse. But I will not be the sacrifice. So I have boundaries. Boundaries will preserve you from shame. It will preserve you from nonsense. It will preserve you from insult. It will preserve you from dishonor. It will preserve you from abuse. Boundaries will take away people who behave strangely away from you. There are some people who try me here and there, but I can tell you that 90% of people do not even like to try me. They don't. Because I do not step out of my boundaries with people. I do not. I don't misuse my access. I don't misuse my name. I don't misuse my honor. When I ask for help, it is because I know that, yes, I need this help, but I don't misuse it. And before I ask you for help, I am also going to be aware that I am useful to you. I cannot sacrifice for everybody. Somebody asked me for something, and I was like, I'm sorry, I may not be able to pick up this now because I've exhausted my seed budget. And the next thing the person said was, oh, but you just bought a business class ticket. And I was like, yes, that's my holiday budget. I have different budgets. I am not going to move my holiday budget and say, oh, let me squeeze myself in economy for a 14-hour flight. No, I am not. The next time I have money in the seed account, I will help as many people as possible. A seed account that is 5 digits in dollars. That's somebody's annual income. I know how much I give as seed. Once it's exhausted, it is gone. The next time God provides, I will furnish and put there. But I will not pretend that I don't like comfort. I cannot get into the plane and then I'm praying that God, please don't let the people sitting beside me come so that I can collapse the chair and sleep. I work too hard for that kind of behavior. I can't be praying that people should miss their flight or not be able to come so that I can collapse chairs. No. I need to stretch. I need to walk. I need to sleep. And if you feel like it is wickedness, I agree. Because there's nothing else I can say. If I say it's not wicked, do you understand? So we must get to that point where we can prioritize ourselves and also prioritize others. The problem here is we are prioritizing other people. Firstborn sons. You are killing yourself for your mothers and your siblings. I want you to love your mom. Love your mom, but your wife is your number one priority. Yes. Your wife is your number one priority. Love your mother, respect your mother, honor your mother, but your wife is your number one priority. Your wife and your children. All this behavior of mothers and daughters-in-law fighting sometimes is witchcraft. We should not even be hearing it. And you should know as the man of the house, that's leadership. The family you decided or chose to create is your first priority. And then women, it is not everything you buy. It is not everything you buy. You don't have to buy all the wigs, cut your hair. There was a time I swim a lot, so I just prefer to just cut my hair so that I can keep enjoying my water and stuff. And I gave out all my wigs. There were some that were even like price of land and stuff. I just gave them out. And my life is very simple. I'm naturally lazy with my hair though, so it's just a lazy way. The wigs are good and stuff, but it is not every time bone straight. Go and straighten your mental health also. Go and buy Soul Stripper. It's on Amazon. It's not every time bone straight. It's not every time you are changing your phone. iPhone 14 will be out this August. It's not every time you go and say, I want the latest phone. There's nothing about latest phone. Go and have the latest emotions. Latest emotional intelligence. So it is not everything we are buying. It's not every time you are turning up or turning down. Why are you buying a bottle of drink for 10,000 naira when behind your house is 1-2 because they blew AC? You better go home and go and drink. Yesterday I wanted to buy something in one mall. You know, the thing looks like one croissant, whatever they call it. They just told me 10 pounds. That was when I just remember that, oh, life is very short, Jerry. Don't let us, I'm losing weight. Because of 10 pounds, I started walking forward. I can conveniently afford it, but it just occurred to me that this is what you call calories. Do you really need to eat it? In fact, my sister was laughing. My sister said, what's really going on? Go and buy it. I said, no, I don't want. Later on, she said, oh, but maybe I should buy it for her. I said, I don't want. You know, because it just occurred to me that, why am I even eating it? That you can afford it does not mean you should buy it. Do you understand? So let's understand what is going on. Firstborn sons and daughters, women, you are always giving, you will give out things. You will not be using it as bragging rights. You know, I gave out all my salary, you know, and all that. God is not interested in you being poor. It's not a testimony. All those things that I don't mind you sowing and giving, fantastic. I give, I sow, but not to the point where you are using it as bragging rights. I just dropped all my money. I was now trekking. One day you will faint, because the sun that is everywhere in different countries and the wickedness in the weather, you need food to sustain it. So firstborn sons and daughters, I know you are trying so hard to be responsible, to be loved, to be appreciated, to be validated. The major validation comes from your soul. That validation where people must know that even though you care about them, you care about yourself. They must see self-preservation before people preservation. They must see it. No matter how much I love you, I love myself more. That's the truth. Because if I do not love myself, I will not be able to love you. I have never encountered somebody who didn't love themselves but loved somebody else properly, or was able to even love at all. If you do not love yourself, you can't love anybody else. No matter who you are to me, I love myself more. Because the love that you will feast on is from me. If I don't love myself, I will not love you. If I don't respect myself, I will not respect you. I respect myself. I don't pass boundaries. I just stay on my lane. I mind my damn business. I eat pepper, snail, and drink water. You will not see me everywhere. No. Because I don't want people to do it to me, so I don't do it to them. I honor and respect people. That's the reason why I don't understand men who cheat. Cheating is lack of self-respect. Cheating just means you don't see any value in yourself. You just put your penis and whatever they call it everywhere you go. It is lack of self-respect. And once you do not have self-respect, everybody should just leave you alone. You cannot be wandering and be a Wi-Fi or a network. Everybody knows that you just sleep around. It's a self-respect problem. And it's very clear. And so also are ladies who do that. Ladies who say they snatch husbands or whatever they call it. It is lack of self-respect. You have written yourself off. That's why you think that you must take what belongs to somebody else. If they like you, they can afford to divorce or whatever they call it. Do you understand? But snatching, and then people have turned it into work, whatever. If you don't treat somebody, we'll go and collect them, this and that. Everybody who collects people's husband, they will collect them back. Oh. You could see it online. No is a complete statement. No is a complete word. When you say no, say it with the truth and with dignity and honor. You are saying no to them because you are saying yes to yourself. You always have to say yes to yourself. And the days you choose to say no to yourself, let it be your choice. But you cannot be saying no to yourself every day, every hour. You are going to be drained. You are going to be underappreciated. You are going to feel used. You are going to resent the people around you. You are going to feel they are users. Finally, you are going to despise them. Always say yes to yourself. I say yes to myself. When I want to sleep, I sleep. Except there's an emergency. If I do not want to do something, I will not do it except the Holy Spirit tells me otherwise. But I'm not going to pretend that 8 billion people are going to love me or feast on me or prioritize me or say good things about me. If you call people out to talk about God, half of those people you call out to talk about God are going to tell you everything they think God is and is not, and they will tell you why they hate him. If God is not striking them dead, and if God is not bothered, what is really going on? So from today, I think the 10th of August, I don't know the date anymore, all of us have grown old. Yeah, I think today is 10. Yeah, I think it is 10. 10th of August, say to yourself, when people ask you for something and you know that they are not in the sacrifice zone. The people you sacrifice for are your friends, your partner, and your family members that you are choosing to sacrifice for. Some family members are ritualists. They will keep draining you till you die. And they don't care, and you know it. And you have been laboring for this love from them for a while. They will never love you. They would pretend and try to be in your good book because of what they want. They will never. So get to that point where you are fine with being liked. You are fine with not being liked. You are fine with being respected. You are fine with not being respected. The people who genuinely care for you are not more than 5 people on earth. Some, your spouses, and some of your friends and family members. Some, your spouses are not even there. And you know it. They are not even there. Or your friends are not even there. And you know it. And you cannot love people the same way. You cannot love everybody from the heart. You must love some people from the head. One of my older friends reached out to me today and said, oh, she wanted to send my sister money. And I told my sister, I sent each other's numbers to them, and they sent each other money for the twins. You know, and then my sister said, oh, who is she? And I'm like, oh, she's my 58-year-old older friend who is also planning to come visit my sister in the UK and all that. And I said to her, I said, these are the people that I call family. And when I say these are the people that I call family, I have family members, and these people also have moved from just being older friends to my family members. We are there for each other. I support them, support their children. They support me, support everything that I do. I'm there for them. We know ourselves. We're in each other's corners. Those are the people that can place demands on me, and I will shut down everything and I will show up. Those are the people that I can fly to no matter where they are. I will sacrifice. But I will not pretend that I want to do the same for everybody. I don't have the capacity to do that. I can't be picking up tickets every time. I can't be flying every time to see who. I will do what I will do for strangers, for friends, for families. But I know, scripture also says, my sheep know my name. Meaning it is not everybody. My sheep know my name, like we know ourselves. So I hope with this few points of mine, you have learned about self-preservation, and anything deeper you can find in Soul Stripper. Soul Stripper is on Amazon. Go get Soul Stripper. Go get Soul Stripper. A good number of you are moving up and down with pain in your soul. You have gone through heartbreaks, breakups, separations, divorces, losses of parents, maybe siblings, maybe children, whatever that is. You have gone through a lot and you are suppressing. I do not want your heart to fail. All these things cause high blood pressure. Do not let that affect you. One day you will slump. No, the book is strictly on Amazon, on Okada Books and Barnes and Noble. There's no hard copy in Nigeria anymore. It's fully sold out, and we're not printing again. Because if we try and print, it will be expensive. The last time we tried it, the cost price for one is 10,000, exclusive of delivery and exclusive of profit. That will mean that I'll be selling the book for about 15,000-20,000 naira. And before the book was exhausted, it was 6,500 inclusive of delivery. So now it's about 4 times the price, thanks to inflation and everything going on. We are no longer printing because we do not want to sell it at that price. So please go on Amazon, go on Okada Books, and go on Barnes and Noble to get the books. But please preserve yourself. Some of you listening to me today, you will listen to this again and pretend you did not hear and just say, hey, it's just mental health, I'm okay. You are not okay. The people we are saying rest in peace for, some of them have no business resting in peace. The reason why some are resting in peace is because of untreated pain, because of untreated diseases, emotional diseases. Emotional diseases. Diseases are emotional and physical. And I'm pleading with you today because I evangelize this every time. Your headaches, your migraine, some of this, some cancerous cells came from anger, bitterness, unforgiveness, came from deep pain. Yes, you have a right to be angry, unhappy, for all the things that have happened to you. But the truth about it is you have to treat it. It's like having a sore and you are not fixing that sore. One day it is going to be infected. When it's infected, people die. I was reading something yesterday about some people that died. They had an issue with their teeth, and they said there were holes there. They did not feel it. And after a while, it started getting infection. Their jaws were swollen. Finally, they died. Who will know that all those holes in the teeth can mess you up and kill you? And it is because we do not listen. People will say something, you say, oh yeah, I've heard, I'll buy it, you procrastinate. You keep doing that till one day, your heart cannot take it anymore. One small thing, slump, and that's the end. Some people are listening to me now, you have high blood pressure. You have no business having high blood pressure. That high blood pressure is from pain. It happened during your separation that led to your divorce. You are listening to me now. Yes, I heard it clearly from God. Before your bad relationship or bad marriage, you did not have high blood pressure and you have not treated it. You go to church, you go to mosque, you are saying God will heal me. God has sent healers, therapists, and psychologists to you. When you say God will feed me, you have to cook or you buy food. God will heal me. Go and see the professionals God is using. I am screaming here now that you should buy Soul Stripper, because rest in peace is not a greeting. The human heart cannot take so much pain. Once the heart receives so much pain, it will fail. It will get to the point that your immunity will be low, and no matter what happens to you, your entire body will crumble. And the world is not getting easier. That is the reason why I am screaming and talking to you at past 11 tonight. Firstborns, sons and daughters, I appreciate you. Thank you for staying up with me. I love you. I know that sometimes these things sound hard, but the truth about it is, if you do not say yes to yourself, you will kill yourself. The no you are saying to somebody else is out of love. No is out of love. No is not hatred. No is not wickedness. No is love. No is love. No is a form of discipline for a child. It's like saying a child is hungry and the child just finished eating and they've been eating and eating and eating. You must say no, except you want to kill that child. No is a sign of love. It's a sign of care. And you need to love and care for yourself also. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. My prayers are with you. Please and please love the people around you that you can. Appreciate them, but never be the sacrifice. If they want to bill anybody, let them bill God. Yes, let them bill God. They will come against you. They will say a lot. I remember one day somebody asked me for something. I didn't give the person. The person said, but you're a celebrity now. We see you posting online. I said, yes, go and post also. I said, go and post. If it's easy to post, go and post. I said, have you ever seen me online asking people for offering or tithe? He said, I'm a celebrity, I post online. I said, I agree. Go and post. Go and build God. I say it every time. Go and build God. I don't know why you are billing me. Why? What made you think you should bill me? Me that I even cut my hair. Is it not clear that I'm not interested in vanity? Is it not clear that heaven is the goal? I'm telling you, go and build God. I don't care what you think, whether I like me or you don't like me. I like myself. I'm telling you, if I can help you, I will gladly do. If I cannot, I'm just going to say, not today. Not today, darling. I'm telling you. And I don't loan people money. People who say, somebody borrowed money from me, I'm like, are you serious? I don't do it. I don't want to do it. If I can't dash you, I can't loan you. That's my principle, because I can't fight. I cannot fight. I cannot. And I know human beings. You will loan them money. You now want to go and collect it. They will say, but you are the emotions doctor. You should practice patience. You'll be using me against myself. It ain't going to happen. So, thank you so much for sharing your life with me. Soul Stripper is on Amazon. Soul Stripper. Go and buy it. I am begging you with everything within me. Some men are listening to me today. Part of your erectile dysfunction is tied to depression. God talks to me clearly, and I'm hearing it now. Part of your erectile dysfunction is tied to depression. You have gone through so much and they have not been treated. You have not submitted yourself to the hand of a professional who will help you walk through it. You are still here saying to me, I'm the man of the house, I'm a leader. What will they tell me that I don't know before? One day, you may slum. Children slum, teenagers slum, adults slum. Do you understand? One day, except you don't have a problem dying, if you genuinely do not want to pass on, please and please and please buy Soul Stripper. That's the first thing. Therapy is not cheap, neither is it expensive, but Soul Stripper is affordable. Please invest in it. There are some things you should not even be bothered with. Some of us are very kind, very beautiful, very solid. Your heart is so soft. But on the exterior, people see, witches and wizards. The reason for that is the pain. Just take it easy. Let them love you. And love yourself most especially. Let them romance you, give you love here and there, touch you in the right places. Like, let oil be flowing. I am begging you today. I don't know how many people beg you, but I am begging you. Please and please invest in your mental health. Rest in peace is not a greeting. Thank you so much. I'll see you some other time. I love and I appreciate you. My twins are doing well. I'm packing pool, pee, singing. They've been smiling now. We're gisting now. When you call their names, they respond. They just smile. And then when they want to cry, it's like the opera singers. When they cry, one cried in my ear. It was by God's mercy that I didn't lose it. I can't remember the last time I heard that kind of noise. Me, that my life is very peaceful. Fluffy life. One cried. You need to testify with me. I almost lost my eardrum. When they cry, it's all over. Then, when both of them cry, you are gone at the same time. It's like you just say, it's choir time, opera. I'll tell you. But, we're doing well. I'm obsessed with them. They are my loves. There are people that I will sacrifice for. What they want, they will get. And they will get with discipline. You understand? And I've started praying for them. You need to pray for your children. If you have children, all this rubbish behavior of insulting them, very stubborn, all those words, you're very stubborn, you're like your father, you're like your mother, you don't listen, don't say those things. Pray for your children. Pray for your businesses also. I just heard that one. I take communion every morning. I have communion, I take my bread, I drink my wine, and I anoint myself, and I pray. I'm a global healer. I carry solutions. When the world say there's a casting down, you must say there's a lifting up. Do you understand? You must function like the God that you were created to function like. See you some other time. Bye.